You have a new message.
Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong presented a clash of titans that's difficult to outshine, with the titular big lizard in a duel against King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Godzilla respectively. But there could be more glorious things in Godzilla 3. Succeeding the movie's events and how the Godzilla vs. Kong ended, it is most likely that we can expect the Godzilla 3 sequel. Recap. Legendary Entertainment and Warner Bros. Have been working on a shared universe named Monsterverse, where the most famous kaiju Toho lives, as well as King Kong. The Monsterverse project started in 2014 with a premiere of Godzilla, which confirmed the idea of titans being so huge that they're walking natural disasters. Godzilla covered humanity for the first time in that film by fighting with the more malicious Mutos before escaping into the ocean for 5 years. Meanwhile, Warner Bros. Released Kong Skull Island, a film set in 1973 that introduced King Kong to the Monsterverse so that he could finally fight with Godzilla in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong. It won't be necessary to wait until Godzilla 3 for Godzilla's comeback, as the Titan was back in fight mode in Godzilla vs. Kong. Adam Wingard will direct the sequel based on a script by Michael Dougherty and Zach Shields. The film set the two of the Monsterverse's human-protecting titans against each other. The movie explains their epic confrontation as having to do with ancient stories and the idea that two alphas can't exist at the same time. The end credits for Godzilla King of the Monsters features a montage of news headlines with details of what happens after the film ends. Lots of titans go back to dormancy, while Godzilla guards the cities against others. As Dr. Emma Russell saw, there are even some benefits of the return of the Titans, with their emission making a mass vegetation growth and scientists discovering that their leftovers could be used as fuel. Although the montage brings news conflicts, with headlines about seismic happenings at Skull Island and Titans being taken to King Kong's distant home, it hints at an epic fight between Godzilla and Kong. That fight comes to fulfillment in Godzilla vs. Kong, with the titular titans battling it out in a couple of big confrontations. While Godzilla is the real winner in their consequent fight, he and Kong end up having to team up to win against Mecha Godzilla, a man-made monster like Godzilla that was being managed by Ghidorah's consciousness. Kong makes the final move with an axe he collected while in Hollow Earth, the home of many monsters below the Earth's surface. After Mecha Godzilla is beaten, Kong and Godzilla's problems are settled, with Godzilla returning to the ocean and Kong to Hollow Earth, while finally becoming King Kong. Since Godzilla can't die after battling two formidable enemies, the ending of Godzilla vs. Kong surely leaves open for a possible sequel. Godzilla vs. Kong is an American kaiju action film. It is a sequel to Godzilla King of Monsters and Kong Skull Island, and is the latest arrival in the WB Legendary Monsterverse. The movie stars Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and others. So here is everything we know so far about the sequel Godzilla 3. Release date. There hasn't been an official announcement about Godzilla 3 by Warner Bros. Or any Monsterverse film after Godzilla vs. Kong. But what we know for sure is that there are lots of new ideas in development. Unlike the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the DC Extended Universe, which usually releases multiple films per year, the Monsterverse is taking things slow for now, with only 4 films released in the last 7 years. Although the production is advancing, with 3 years between Godzilla and Kong Skull Island, 2 years between Skull Island and Godzilla Kong of the Monsters, and also 2 years between King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. It is possible to see one Monsterverse film per year in the future, if they still prove as successful. Because of the need for VFX to bring the Titans to life, Monsterverse films need a lengthy production and post-production schedule. Godzilla King of the Monsters wrapped up shooting in September 2017 for a May 2019 release date. If Godzilla 3 was announced, they found a director quickly, and the production started by the end of 2019. Then there is the chance that Warner Bros. Could hit a 2023 release date. But in reality, it is unlikely for us to see the upcoming sequel in the theaters for a little while. Story. Godzilla King of the Monsters does a lot of work when it comes to preparing the future sequels. Together with the credits headline montage, there is also a post-credits scene where Jonah Allen, Charles Dance, comes back to Iskandamara to recover the head that Godzilla knocked off Ghidorah earlier in the film. The head grew back after it was cut off. And just before the end of the film, Godzilla was able to beat the attacker by ripping off all 3 of its heads. Although Allen transits in Titan DNA and has discovered a way to create new life from it, which became obvious when Ghidorah's consciousness was used to power Mechagodzilla, Ghidorah sort of came back in Godzilla vs. Kong, and there is a chance that the filmmakers will find a way for the Titan to appear in Godzilla 3. Ghidorah isn't the only dead Titan who has an intent to return on the horizon. One of the headlines hints that a Titan egg has been discovered, with a theory that it could be a new Mothra in the making. Mothra comes up as a larva, goes into a cocoon, and appears in her fully grown shape in King of the Monsters within a short interval. In the end, she sacrifices herself to protect Godzilla from Ghidorah, but could return in the shape of a new Mothra in Godzilla 3. There are also new Titans, like the spider crab creature Scylla and the mammoth-like Behemoth, who only have a minor role with a possibility to expand in the sequel. In Godzilla vs. Kong, the former had less to do than his opponent, and returning to the ocean after their last battle could mean that Godzilla will be on the ground for a few more years, coming back for a possible Godzilla 3. The addition of Hollow Earth and its monsters could see an increase in Titans showing up topside. 3 monsters could see Godzilla return to protect humanity once more from the biggest threat. If we were to see a Godzilla 3, it would probably start with Godzilla guarding his territory, the same way as every other MonsterVerse film so far. It seems most probable that the film would continue where the King of the Monsters ended, since that film addresses Godzilla's narrative more directly than Godzilla vs. Kong does. We still don't know whether the new monster he fights could be another rival, although it is safe to say that Godzilla won't fight Ghidorah once again, as Ghidorah has already been the ultimate enemy before and has appeared in the spirit in Godzilla vs. Kong also. The most logical conclusion we could make from the things that happen in the Toho films is that Godzilla could confront Destroyer in the upcoming film. Toho's films show that Destroyer, Godzilla's most challenging rival, was made up as a result of the Oxygen Destroyer, a military weapon used to attack Godzilla and Ghidorah, which has already been seen in King of the Monsters. It is an impressive weapon that had left Godzilla at the edge of death. Taking into consideration how powerful and invincible Godzilla is, Destroyer would be the only Titan who can take the storyline forward, since he is stronger than all the monsters Godzilla has battled so far. Godzilla beating the mega-strong Mechagodzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong cements this speculation for us. On a related note, we wanted to know, what do you think the Godzilla 3 plot will be about? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.